Let's shift to Karen. Let's go into Karen's phone. So Ted Daniel digging this story up the other day.
A special prosecutor wants to search them for evidence that she plotted with Aiden Carney, aka Turtle Boy.
Again, it's something that, that hasn't been forgotten about. It's been in the back of my mind. We've talked about this recently too, and just basically talking about the battle, the behind-the-scenes battle of the Karen Reed phones. And I just did a video on this as well too. So the dispute over 2 iPhones, Massachusetts State Police seized from Karen Reed nearly 2 years ago. And yes, I am still waiting for the body cam footage of that. I was promised it like almost 4 weeks ago now. Joshua Riley of the Mass State Police, he's one of their legal counsels. I've had direct contact with him. I've spoken on the phone a couple of times, and I'm still waiting. So the conflict revolves around Special Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove pushing to search phones of evidence that Reed plotted with controversial content creator Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy.
My name's Aiden Carney,
known online as
Turtle Boy,
to intimidate witnesses. Reed's newest criminal defense attorney, Benjamin, I think it's Urbellis, I might have that right, or wrong, who spoke with investigative reporter Ted Daniel by Zoom, and it is Daniel, not Daniels, said to believe in the search is driven by the pressure of the DA's office to get her for something after the murder acquittal. First time, Special Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove responded directly to 25 investigative emails stating that any suggestion that his ongoing investigation of Reed is in the act of retribution is unfounded public relations spin. During the Reed trial, before the verdict, I filed a memo in another case which I explicitly advised the court that I had considered the conspiracy investigation remain open, Cosgrove wrote. The state police, through an affidavit from Lieutenant Brian Tully, confirmed on November 25th, 2025, that Reed's password are needed to access the iPhones. Tully argued that since Reed and Carney communicated using highly secure Signal app, Reed's device may contain Carney's replies that weren't found on Carney's phone. Carney's phones were seized several months before Reed. He's facing witness intimidation and other related charges, which he denies on the grounds of free speech. Reed's lawyers are strongly challenging the validity of Lieutenant Tully's affidavit, arguing that Reed has a civil rights lawsuit against Tully. Personally, they argue that the suit creates a major conflict of interest and suggest that Tully's biased against
impermissibly.
Thank you. Biased against Reed, given the role of previous murder case in recent disciplinary reassignment. Prosecution claimed Reed consented to delay in the search because she filed a motion, but Reed's legal team fired back, arguing her silence during the murder trial is simply her assertion of the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. They said it would have been highly concerning for her to involve prior or her phone passcode while facing a murder charge. Well, yeah, of course. At a hearing in October, Judge did not appear opposed to the search, but the legal filings since then have complicated the matter. Cosgrove maintains he worked independently with the Norfolk DA's office and that the investigation was moving forward regardless of the outcome of Reed's murder trial. Krupp will ultimately decide whether to allow the search to proceed in order for the phones to be returned to Karen. The thing that's very weird about this, and isn't it pretty standard that evidence or things that are potential evidence in murder cases are supposed to be returned to said defendants like pretty quickly, within 30 days, right?
30 to 60 days, depending on what it is. That's not a hard and fast rule, but that's kind of par for the course. So, this smacks of retribution to me. They're hanging on to these phones because they got a big L on the trial. And I think they're scrambling to try to find some reason to come out of this saying, well, okay, fine, we didn't convict her for X, Y, or Z, but we got her for witness intimidation.
The Deputy U.S. Attorney, who says, we expect, of course, that the parties will disclose orally the materials in court only as necessary to further the proceedings.
Now, do I think that it's likely that they would be able to represent this to a grand jury, whatever this is, and have a grand jury indict her for witness intimidation? No, I don't think that is likely, but it is a possibility. It is plausible. And because of that risk that she faces, it's my feeling, and I think it's one based on reason and 26 years of practicing law in this sphere, that she is wise to kind of stay the course, keep her mouth shut on certain things, and see what they're going to do.
If you want full transparency in this and you want people to understand your side of the story, why would you want to run this into, federal court? So you look at, why could this be bad for Karen? Like if this got moved into federal court, here's some things that you got to look at. Federal judges are stricter, harder to prove conspiracy, harder to prove civil rights violation, higher bar for keeping claims alive.
It's going to be a battle through motions to see what the judge at the state level and possibly a judge at a federal level determine where jurisdiction should appropriately lie.
Federal judges aren't part of the Massachusetts system. You don't have to worry about that. They don't answer to the MSP. They don't answer to the Canton politics. They don't answer to the Norfolk DA's office. And there's no loyalty to local law enforcement networks. Federal juries are more diverse, not just Canton, not just Norfolk County. They pull all over from different districts. There's more independence and less local pressure. And then the federal courts provide national exposure. Everything becomes part of the national record, and it's harder for Massachusetts officials to bury misconduct. Bigger spotlight on the MSP, the Alberts, and the entire cover-up. Get ready to open up the books, because everything is going to be on the table. Your phones, your records, your emails, any single thing Alan Jackson and his team can assemble to get as far as information will be on the table. Hey everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Also, turn on that bell notification so every time I go live or drop a new video, you guys will know. And somewhere around here, a box is gonna pop up. You can see another related video to this channel. Again, I'm Brian, this is LTL Media, and I appreciate your time. Talk to you soon.